Hi everybody, welcome back to This is the Police. It's day 15. Before we start, apologies for a very random hiatus of like a week. I haven't posted anything to my channel, and it's because I don't know if you know me much or if you've watched me for a long time or anything, but I do like to play World of Warcraft, and an expansion just came out and I've been playing it full time for like a week with Lewis. I mean, we've recorded it too, so there's videos of it up on the Team Double Dragon channel if you've ever been there before. But if not, just ignore everything I'm saying, and please accept my apology for not posting videos for like a week. Anyway, I am now back, and we're gonna continue This is the Police. It was just starting to get like really interesting, wasn't it? Where we were like moonlighting in between like the two gangs, and we can't let Christopher Sand know that we're working for the other drug guy and stuff. And I think we have to like, it was today? Day 15, yes, it's today. Today we have to make sure that we do stuff for Christopher Sand, or else he'll kill us, right? So we have to make sure that we even the score or put him ahead or something. We need to do at least 2 jobs for him. So let's try to go to work and balance that out. Jesus, this could be it. I mean, he could just kill us. Maybe he's already sent us like a severed horse's head in the... Oh, man. I mean, is there anyone else on the Shift A roster that you can think of who's more deserving of this next stripe? Not me. I love the music too. Look, Van Dahl is like super jealous. Already Lakewood has become more professional than him, and Grant is just like, oh, Lakewood, you're the best. God, you're the greatest sensei ever. And Stovall is like, I trained him so well. Pink Chin is just like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Anyway, we're back. It's all business today. Let's not listen to any music until we're into the flow of things. We got Team Lakewood in full effect today. We got the paddy wagon. We got the SWAT team. What's going on here? We have people that we can hire as well, apparently. All right, how are we doing? We're short a detective on Shift A by the looks of it. We could probably use another officer on Shift B. So I think what we'll do is we will probably move Tar, or actually no, we got Moser and we've got Johnson. You know what? We're gonna move Shero to Shift A, okay? He's gonna go to Shift A, so that there's 3 detectives on each shift, and we are going to hire a new police officer for Shift B. Who's it gonna be? PC Platonic. What kind of name is that? Jeez. There's the stapler guy. There's a young, sassy-looking Teresa Chavez, whose professionalism is not sassy, unfortunately. We got Tim Obie as well, but PC Platonic has 400 professionalism. Holy crap. This is exactly what Shift B needs. All right, let's do it. She's hired. Perfect. All right, that's that matter closed. And we are ready to start the day with a suicide threat at the bridge. A taxi driver heard someone screaming and noticed a few people gathering on the bridge as he was driving past towards the port. He stopped to see if anyone needed help, but as he approached, he saw a man that was threatening to throw himself and 2 children into the icy water below. Jason left us. I lost my job in the house, and there's no way we'll survive. It's better if everything just ends now. The taxi driver, it looked like suicide. Oh, shit. All right. So the taxi driver has spotted a person trying to do a suicide. This is definitely a job for Lakewood. His first of the day. He's going to take his protege Grant along with him. And you know what? Van Dahl is going to go with them reluctantly as well. We're going to need 3 officers on the scene, but we don't want to overstretch because we do have to do some work for Christopher Sand today, or he will kill us. So, we have to hire female cops. Considering certain events, we're obliged to grant some concessions to the feminists. You are to make sure that at least half of the staff at the police station are women. We have 3 days. Is that right? I think I think we might be. How many? Okay, we got Kochi. We got Maza. We've got Mole. So that's like 3 on Shift B. And then we got Pink Chin, Grant, and Johnson. So that's 6 out of, oh my God, for real? Like, we've got 6 females. We're going to have to, like, hire and fire some more people. I don't even know how many women are on the... We got Teresa Chavez, who we could take. We just hired PC Platonic, who is a woman as well. I guess we would have to, like... We could get Nile, who's like an old-ass grandma detective. Jeez. This is going to be tough. I mean, we got 22. We have 6 out of 22 personnel are women. And we have to close that gap. So we're going to have to hire at least 6 more women and fire 6 guys. All right. Well, we're going to take out the trash big time. Maybe not today. I mean, we could try to get rid of, like, Gist, who we've... Oh, God. Are we going to be able to fire him, though? We have to fire him illegally. We have no... Okay. We're going to try tomorrow to get these guys to fail miserably. Like Shero. Can we actually fire this guy? No. Okay. He hasn't come to work drunk or, like, skipped work, or he's not too old. DeBrito might be too old. He is. Look at that. He's already too old, but he's so good, though. DeBrito, like, cracked that case and everything. Shit, I don't know if we can get away with it. Who else is looking old? I know on Shift A for sure we can get rid of... Oh, no, we can't even, though. Birch Jr. isn't that old. It was Birch Sr. who was old. Damn. We might be able to get rid of Johnson for being too old. She's not even. How the hell is she not older than DeBrito? It looks like that could be DeBrito's mom. That's crazy. All right, we're going to have to figure this out. Anyway, we have a breaking and entering situation in the suburbs. An elderly man, speaking in a raspy whisper, just reported a break-in. There's someone in my house. They're pounding on the door and marching all around downstairs. Hurry. All right, we're going to send Robbins, we're going to send Samity, and Birch Jr. out to check it out. I mean, we can send the SWAT team as well, but we're not going to waste the SWAT team on this one. If they need some backup, fair enough, but we're not just going to send the SWAT team out randomly to a breaking and entering. And it could even just turn out to be like a hoax, like a prank call. 2 tearful boys, clearly in a state of shock, are standing dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. Beside them, their drunk and distraught father is slowly pushing the children closer to the precipice. Don't worry there. Everything is going to be fine. Don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband. Don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your wife. I think he said Jason left us. So it's his husband. So it gets like two gay dads, which, you know, I mean, it's 2016, right? That kind of stuff happens all the time. So it shouldn't send anyone into like any sort of panic or not knowing what to do or whatever. Let's say, don't be upset, my friend. Tell me about your husband. A strong gust of wind almost blows one of the children off the bridge. But he is recovered at the last moment and stumbled to the ground with a scuffed knee. Stay back and try not to agitate the man. Rush to the aid of the children. Look, quit fooling around. These children have already suffered enough. I mean, maybe we can appeal to that. Maybe, like, even though he's drunk, he might think, like, oh, man, little Jimmy Jojo Jr. Shabadoo has accidentally scuffed his knee and now I feel bad. We can appeal. We can say these children have already suffered enough. We got... If this guy wants to kill himself, fine, but let's at least try to save the kids, right? Okay, let's see. The man slurs his words, saying that there's no point delaying the inevitable. Your children have their whole lives in front of them. You can't make this decision for them. Point a gun at the man and order him to step away from the bridge. Think about what you're doing. There's people who care about you. Maybe we should say that. Or maybe we should appeal to, like, he's drunk, though. Maybe if we tell him that people care about him, you know, he might think about it. Maybe when you're drunk, you're super selfish, okay? And then the only thing you care about is whether people care about you. Maybe he doesn't care about his kids right now. All right, let's try this one. There's people who care about you. All right, we got him. Nobody's been harmed. Can you believe it? That could have easily gone either way, but guess who was on the scene? That's right, everybody. Motherfucking Lakewood. Oh, my God. All right, we've got some disorderly conduct at a business center as well. We're going to wait for some of these officers to return. We got Robbins, Samity, and Birch Jr. just heading out to the scene. Lakewood, Vandal, and Grant. Okay, we got a report back from the breaking and entering. There was no one except the dogs in the house. They were scratching at the door because they wanted to go outside. I figured that that one was just going to be a false alarm. Honestly, I was pretty sure it was going to be. All right, we're going to... I wonder if Robbins, Samity, and Birch Jr. can... Okay, Sand needs help. We got to send our best dudes. A member of the family was out at a restaurant having dinner with his secret lover. But because the affair was secret, he was light on protection. And one of Varga's agents was able to slip a grenade into the room. This is a job best handled by the police. Unofficially, of course. All right, you know what? We are not going to send our best guys to this. We're going to send Samity and Birch Jr. to this. Because if there's a grenade in the room and it goes off, the people on Shift A that we would like to get rid of, ideally, are Samity and Birch Jr. And then we can replace them with women and appease City Hall. You know what I'm saying? So for this one, disorderly conduct, Secretary Abigail Jones told the police that her boss, Martin Quebec, returned from a meeting in quite a state. When he entered, he took a bag of white powder from his safe and shut the door. Now, he is yelling incessantly and making a scene, demanding that his secretary deliver him the head of a unicorn, or he'll cut her throat with a letter opener, and then go after the rest of her family. All right. Well, Lakewood, you're up again, looks like. We're going to send the dream team out, the protege and the jealous. It's like a love triangle of Lakewood, Grant, and Vandal. Vandal is like really jealous of Lakewood. Lakewood joined the force later than Vandal did. Now has 2 stripes. Vandal only has 1. They're both really attracted to Grant here, who is Lakewood's protege. Lakewood sort of takes the route of pretending to not be interested in Grant, which makes Grant like love Lakewood even more. And Vandal is just clearly obsessed with Grant, and Grant finds it like creepy or whatever. So these 3 can just go and do their love triangle all the way to the disorderly conduct at the business center, and we'll hope for the best. Great. And Samity and Birch, as soon as they're back, are going to go do this job for Christopher Sand, and with any luck, will be killed by grenade. And then we can hire some more women onto the force. Off you guys go, Birch Jr. and Samity. Samity's not too bad. Birch Jr., there's nothing we can do with the guy. Like, he's the worst. Alright, the disorderly conduct report is in. Looks like we've caught the offender. Officers were not... Well, again, it looks like we found some cocaine on the scene as well, which we're going to give to the love triangle for free as like a gift. Do we want to ask... Let's just bring it to the police station, okay? We don't want to jeopardize Lakewood in any way, right? So bring it to the police station. We don't want Lakewood to think that we're bad either. Like, Lakewood is like the angel on our shoulder, whereas like Birch Jr. is the devil on our shoulder, right? All right, we cannot help Vargas today at all. We need to do one more job for Christopher Sand, ideally, or we're dead. So if another one presents itself, we will definitely do it. Looks like Samity and... All right, this is a hostage situation and not a Sand situation. This is a hostage situation with a fatal casualty. A man wearing a suit walked into the lobby of the bank, locked the doors, and proceeded to kill several customers. He never said a word. He just started firing at people, reported one eyewitness. A dozen people remain inside the building, and the criminal's demands are as yet unknown. All right, Stovall. Sounds like one for you. I think we're going to send Stovall. We're going to send Pink Chin. And we're going to send Robbins as well. And we are definitely going to send the SWAT team because there are casualties. So I think that should be enough. And then we'll leave the love triangle free for like a Christopher Sand thing. Or maybe Samity and Birch, they're probably done for the day. If not dead, actually. So let's just see. All right, off you guys go. Man, we're stretched kind of thin. I wonder if we can appeal to City Hall to get some more officers. We have one more day, so we can do it tomorrow. We're definitely going to need to. Oh, shit. You know what? I think we're screwed here. If we don't get another Christopher Sand mission or whatever. Oh, look, they're back, and they're not dead. Damn it. All right, come on, Christopher Sand. Oh, the situation's more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. All right, love triangle. This is where you guys come in to play. All right, we're going to send them out. The love triangle is going to go out there to help out. And hopefully the Lakewood effect will be applied and everything's going to be fine. The Sands need help. Great. Oh, and it's perfect. We got the 2 people that we need for the job as well. A sweet girl named Anna is one of our key assets in a large accounting firm. She just got home from work and found her house was on fire. And the assholes that started it are still standing around admiring their handiwork. Wouldn't it be pretty if someone cracked open their skulls and tossed them onto the flames? That is definitely a Samity and Birch Jr. job. Off you guys go. Woo, 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 woo. All right, so that's 2 sand quests or whatever that we had to do today, and we've done them. So Christopher Sand should not kill us with any luck. We'll have to see. This is the hostage situation with a fatal casualty report. How'd we do? Offender caught? Officers unharmed? Civilians unharmed? I can't believe it. Lakewood is just like a trump card. It doesn't matter what he's involved with. It always seems to go well. Holy shit. Look at this. Everybody got like a huge promotion and everything, and they're feeling good, and they all put Lakewood up on their shoulders and paraded him around and did 3 cheers and like poured Gatorade all over him and stuff. Oh man, he's the best. Okay, and the Vargas needs help thing we have to ignore as well. We're going to start helping Vargas again, probably tomorrow. But for now, we have to ignore it because we don't want to get killed by Christopher Sand. A hit and run report. Oh, from Detective Sharrow. It looks like we got 2 new frames. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so last time we were saying it was a dark car, right? So what we have to do is do it like this, right? So it's like, I don't know if we have enough for this actually. I think we're still missing some frames, if you can believe it. So like that, maybe like this, possibly that, and then like that. No, that would have to come after, right? So he's like walking down the street. Then the car's coming, and then or the car's parked up, and the 2 guys are talking, and then the car starts driving, and then he's crossing the street, and then they've hit him, and there's blood all over the car, and he's dead. Right? It's got to be something like that, right? I don't think we have the right things that we need. We probably need like another frame or 2. This is like quite a hard one, actually. Hit and run. Jeez. Be interesting to see who was behind that one. All right, Samity and Birch Jr. are back unscathed as well. I guess they just did that job for Christopher Sands and weren't killed. First time by a grenade, and second time they weren't killed by anything either. So we were unable to get rid of them, sadly. And we used the SWAT team today as well. All right. It looks like we're done it. Sand is in the lead, and Vargas is behind. So we have to do some jobs for Vargas. Maybe like 2 tomorrow. Get him in the lead, and then swap over and stuff. And then I can't remember when it actually ends, but we're going to have to like keep an eye on it. Anyway, Sand's in the lead, and Vargas is just behind, but we should not get killed. Great. End of the day. Look at this. Man, Stovall is crazy. Look at, he's got 520 policeman points. I mean, Lakewood is starting to catch up, but still, Pink Chin is still higher than Lakewood as well, and she doesn't even have a single stripe yet. But she's not the superstar that Lakewood is either, so there is that. Okay, and it looks like all of these people are currently at home, resting, ready for their shift. We got McNamara Jr., Kochi, Platonic is our new officer, Bukarika, Yancey, Jorgensen, and Gist, and Mazza as well, I guess, is new, because I don't remember it all. All right, day 16 then. Holy shit, we're getting there. We are getting there. The Freeburg Tribune is saying 86% of residents oppose demolition of Corn Monument. I don't blame them. The Golden Bird is saying that businessmen express desire to leave the city. Okay. And The Fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, is saying movie production studio may appear in Freeburg. Cool. Maybe we'll have like some crimes in and around Tinseltown, you know, like with the movie studio. You have like some big star, you know, you found them dead with like a pair of underpants around their neck, sitting on a toilet or something like that. Because that's the kind of shit that happens in Hollywood like all the time, isn't it? All right, Shift B, you're at full force, so we don't want any mucking around. That's right. And we're feeling a little bit sassy, so let's go for a spot of Bud Meets Bob. Sweet. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. The day that Bud and Bob finally met. All right, it looks like there's been a funeral for Marcia Price, who famously was ordered to turn up to work even though she was dead. And also famously, we sort of stuffed our pockets with her salary money weeks and weeks after she died. This woman was an honest servant of the city today. She was buried with military honors. Oh, what a gal. But now she's gone. She did not have the required man points. All right, we're going to need some more officer slots for sure. So let's do it. We're going to request an expansion of your staff officer roles. Great. We sent it off. And our share of the mafia, your friend sent you your share from the sale of non-automatic weapon. It looks like we got 1,891 bucks. I'm taking it all. I'm not sharing. I don't want my staff to know what I'm up to. The Sands need some help. This one put them ahead by 2. So I think because we've sort of gone in with the Vargas, we have to make sure that the Vargas wins. I don't think it's a case where we could just be like, you know, oh, we're just doing it for the Sands. So let's go to this fight at Freeburg Elementary School and maybe ignore the Sands one. 2 senior students began to fight right in the middle of chemistry class. Their teachers, Dolores Ponder, first tried to calm them down, but when she attempted to separate them, she was poked in the eye. Right, okay. We're gonna send Gist and Mazza out to this one and see how they do. Alright, off you guys go. That's right, the first call of the day, a teacher has been poked in the eye. Oh look, there's been a theft here. Museum of Feelings and Fine Art. At night, a little-known painting by the Dutch master De Vroom, recently shown for the first time, disappeared from the museum. One of the museum's windows is broken, and there's a brick lying on the floor inside. Shit. Alright, DeBrito. You got lead. Take Mole and Tar with you. Let's get to the bottom of this one. Man, there's not a lot of work for the detectives so far. Like, they come few and far between. We do have an open investigation of a hit and run on the other team. We have 8 frames gathered, but still, we can't crack the case. There's been some drug sales at St. John's Hospital as well. Miss Dunbar said that a nurse tried to sell her drugs right in the hospital. I went to the doctor after I broke my arm. The nurse heard me complaining about the pain and waited until the doctor left. Then she started telling me about the pills she could get me better than Vicodin, according to her. It doesn't sound like she's actually trying to sell. All right, Kochi. Kochi, I want you to take Bukarika, and we only need 2 officers for this one. I mean, this is not a SWAT team paddy wagon thing. This sounds to me like it's probably, you know what, Kochi, you don't even need to go. McNamara Jr. and Bukarika, off you go. All right, they're going to go check it out. This is just going to be a false alarm. The nurse is probably just suggesting, like, better drugs than Vicodin. All right, this is the report from the fight. Looks like we caught the offender. Nobody was hurt. Everybody got some man points. Wow. Man, this could be it. This could be the Shift B dream team. I know it's early days, but Gist and Mazza did actually handle that pretty well. And they got some man points to prove it, too. Holy shit. Alright, the Vargas needs help in the suburb. One of our guys broke into an apartment that Sand owns. The owner returned home, sensed something was wrong, and pulled a gun. Our man is still hiding somewhere inside. We could just go in there and get him, but it would help if the police could create a distraction. Alright, Henry Rollins Jr., you're up. We're sending Henry Rollins Jr. in to deal with this one for the Vargas, and that should put us at 3-all for Vargas and Sands. Alright, this is the drug sales report. The offender's been caught. Nobody's been harmed. Another successful one. And, oh, I see. So she was actually trying to deal cocaine to a patient. That's crazy. Alright, well, let's sell this cocaine, shall we? Because we might as well. I mean, we need some money. Mr. Boyd, I'm a wealthy man, and I'm concerned about the fate of our fair city. I would like to fund 3 additional officer positions at your police department, but I must make one condition. My adopted son is to take one of the new jobs. Of course, you mustn't fire him under any circumstances. Do we have a deal? Alright, so, I mean, Cornelius Blunt is saying that he wants us to hire... I mean, he can't be any worse than Birch Jr., right? Or can he? I mean, we had Price as well. We can just send him like, this is like in The Wire. Remember Pryzbylewski? This is a Pryzbylewski situation. We're going to have Pryzbylewski And we're going to have to send him on a whole bunch of missions whereby he has like an epiphany. And he has like a self-realization that maybe he's actually better at solving Sudoku than he is at doing police work. And then that's how we get him off the force. But we'll get 2 other good officers. And crucially, we can fill them with female posts. Because that's what we need right now. We have a deal. All right, Cornelius Blunt. Good job. All right, so on the labor market, we've got... So where is this guy? Where has he infused himself? Oh my god. Well, anyway, he's as bad can be. He's got a mullet. At least he has a mustache, though. Anyway, Percy, we're going to make you into a champ. Mark my words. And it looks like we could do with having a new officer on shift A. Oh, look at this. Chloe Numata and Elizabeth Little. These 2 people are great, and women as well. All right, we're going to put Chloe. You know what, actually? We're going to put Elizabeth on shift A. And Chloe is going to go on shift B to make up for the fact that we have this mulleted, mustached guy that we don't need on shift B. Perfect. Excellent. Whoa, look at this. Cop slot, 19 out of 19. That's pretty nuts. Okay. The Sands need help as well. I guess we could kind of do that. Oh, look, the investigation has started on the theft. Rafael Campos, museum guard. I walk the museum every hour. The alarm is off. City Hall won't allocate the money to fix it. I didn't hear the glass breaking. It's a big museum. When I went down this way again, it was already early morning. The window was broken and the canvas was cut from the frame. There's no trace of anyone around, just a brick lying on the floor. Okay, we knew that. This is the museum parking lot camera, who has this to say. The parking lot was empty all night. In the morning, a cyclist went past with a tube on his shoulder. The guy slowly rolled into the parking lot, then left the bike for a couple of minutes and went out of sight. It's like a Mr. Handy, but it's like a camera. Then he came back, got on the bike, and left. So a guy rolled into the parking lot, left the bike for a couple of minutes, and went out of sight. Then he came back. Okay, so we're looking for a guy with a tube on his shoulder who went out of sight off camera on a bike. All right. Bram Vanderhoff, who's an art school student. I suffer from insomnia and often go cycling around the city late at night. I took a tube and some other equipment so I wouldn't have a chance to go back home before my morning class at the art school. I stopped at the museum to pee. I admit it. I like to mark the corner of the building. I imagine one day my work will be hanging inside. Okay, so these 2 cancel each other out, probably. Mr. Stevens, Jeremiah Stevens, teacher at the art school. In his lectures on the works of the Dutch masters, Bram Vanderhoff always sharply criticized the works of De Vroom. He dismissed the legendary artist as overpriced mediocrity and was very much amused when an unknown De Vroom painting was discovered in the city dump. He said it was already in its proper place. He was less amused when he learned that the De Vroom painting would be hung in the museum. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Bram who broke into the museum, stole the painting to burn it or cut it into tiny pieces. All right, that's a teacher saying this about the guy with the tube on his shoulder and the bike who was peeing on the building. The glass is almost completely broken out. A grown man could easily climb through the window and not cut himself. Most of the shards are lying on the pavement outside the museum. Okay. This is a real stone-cold whodunit. Well, I mean, it's probably just going to be that guy, isn't it? We'll have to see, though. We're going to have to see. What's the deputy up to right now? Oh, yeah, look at this. We can do these things. Look, we can get some stats. Oh, look at this. Our best detective is DeBrito, and our best officer is, well, that's debatable. We have 5 officers dead. We've fired 2 detectives. We've fired 2 officers, apparently. We've had 39 crimes solved and 20 failed, and we've solved 4 cases. And we've spent a little bit of money. Do we want to have our employees go on a hire a snitch, pay an employee to gather important information for you? What is this for, though? Like, do we need any of this stuff right now? I don't think we do, actually. I think we're probably fine. All right, so we're going to ignore this Sands thing. And we did a Vargas job. So that should put us at 3 all, right? And there's a robbery in the city center. Okay. A parking valet just called in, reporting that a girl exiting an expensive car was approached by a man wearing a hood who threatened her and took her bag. All right, Coachy. You can go out there, and you know what? You could go out there with Yancey. All right, good job, you two. God, Yancey. Yancey lost his partner, sadly, a while back. Looks like young Henry Rollins is back after doing that job for Vargas, and he's alive. Percy is going to be like our new Vargas guy, isn't he? He's just going to do all those jobs. All right, assault with an offensive weapon. This isn't a lethal weapon. This is an assault with an offensive weapon. So actually, somebody was assaulted with a dildo inside Diamond Dog State Penitentiary, because that's an offensive weapon. I mean, nobody wants to see that, let alone be harmed by it either. An older prisoner, tired of eating the food served by the prison cafeteria, made his way into the kitchen carrying a shiv, which was a dildo, intent on having a word with the chef. A guard called the police as he was reluctant to enter the kitchen for fear of further provoking the prisoner. All right. Gist, you have a stripe. You're going to go on lead here. You're going to take Platonic with you. And you know what? You're going to also take Mazza, because we're going to form a new love triangle. That's right. Gist and his women. Platonic has a lot of professionalism. All right. Off you guys go. Best of luck. We're going to hope that nobody gets killed by the offensive weapon while they're out there. And it looks like day 16 is coming to a close. And we haven't needed to enlist Percy, who's, well, I mean, I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, who knows? He might perform admirably out in the field. But for now, he's just sitting there staring at me on this line of cops. And it's making me feel a little self-conscious. Assault with an offensive weapon. The kitchen floor is decorated with broken plates and an overturned pan filled with muddy slush. An elderly prisoner is sitting on a stool, dipping his hand into the pot of slush and shoving it towards the cook's face, yelling, "You try to eat this shit. Hey, we got a couple of nice warm burgers here. You're lucky you got fed at all. Let's cook up something else. Only takes a minute." All right, so this is the one where it's like, hey, you don't feel so bad. Look, let me cook up my carrot souffle for you instead. You'll like it. It'll taste just like your mother used to make it back when you weren't in jail and an old man. Or hey, we've got a couple of nice warm burgers here. You're lucky you got fed at all. Let's try to tempt him with some burgers. It worked. Wow. Holy shit. Wow. Gist and Mazza, and also with Platonic. The whole burger ruse worked, and we caught him, and nobody was hurt. And that's the main thing. The robbery report is in as well. It looks like Kochi and Yancey were successful in apprehending the perp, which is great. And Vargas needs help in the ghetto, which would put Vargas ahead by one, which isn't a bad thing. We're working for Vargas, right? Today we welcomed some new recruits into our ranks. While we were performing the initial ceremony, we had one man standing lookout. Sans people rushed the poor guy, set him on fire, and are standing there watching him die in agony. Someone has to do something to stop this. You're absolutely right. Somebody does. It's going to be young Henry Rollins and Percy. Oh, shit. All right, off they go. Woo, 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 woo. We're sending Percy out there. He's going to be a bit of a loose cannon. He's like the Pryzbylewski of Shift B. He's going to get out there and he's going to try to throw a TV on a dude's head or something. It's going to be crazy. You got 3 new frames for this. This is the, oh, look, that's the tube, or is it a flashlight? Maybe that's the tube. Okay, let's open the investigation. This DeBrito has found some new frames, but it's not enough frames. Look at this, is quite the one. Look, we're going to have to, like, he's going to pick up a brick, and then he's going to use his flashlight, and then he's going to walk through here, I guess. But we need some more frames. Okay, good work, DeBrito. Keep up the good work. Let's see how Percy and Jorgensen fare on this job for, what's his face, Vargas. Looks like they're coming back. Man, it takes them forever to come back. Come back faster, Percy. Let Jorgensen drive, for Christ's sake. Okay, we can end the day. Perfect. All right, not too bad. Vargas is ahead once again by 1. The Sands are behind, so we have to do 1 job for the Sands tomorrow to even it up and not get killed. But I think it resets the counter, right? So we should be able to, if it's 3 days in a row, that's what it said. So there's been 1 day at least in between where Sands has had the advantage over Vargas. So if we even it up, that should reset it as well. And then right at the last minute, we'll just like tip the scales with Vargas and then hopefully see what happens. Okay, anyway, done. Another day complete, and a very successful day at that. Percy, who is new, did a job for Vargas and is now so tired that he has to go home and pass out, which is not a bad thing. And the rest of the crew are doing pretty well, except for Mazza, who's also kind of tired. DeBrito, Mole, and Tar are doing okay. They'll probably be fine. DeBrito's old, though, so he's getting very tired. And Tar has been, like, bounced around between shifts, so he's a little bit tired as well. Great. Anyway, we're back. There'll be another video tomorrow for sure, and then next week we'll try to, well, I don't know how long this game is, but we'll try our best to wrap it up. So far it's going pretty well. You got to do like a lot of like balancing and stuff, but it's pretty cool. I like sending my dudes out on the little missions and stuff, and I like the whole gang war thing. Keeps it interesting and stuff. So we'll see. Excellent. Well, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.